Hello and welcome everyone to another special edition of Binance Live Road to Dubai, the pre-Binance Blockchain Week live stream. My name is Jack Wong, the marketing BD here at Binance, and I will be your host and moderator for the session today. So for those who are new to this, Binance Blockchain Week is Binance's annual flagship conference where we bring together the very best of the crypto ecosystem and industry under big Binance roof. Last year's Binance Blockchain Week edition saw over 2,600 attendees attend in person in beautiful Istanbul in Turkey, and overall the event in Istanbul for Binance Blockchain Week 2023 was a great success. This time round, this year, we will be landing on the shores of the United Arab Emirates in sunny Dubai, and we'll be kicking things off between the 30th to 31st of October at the Coca-Cola Arena. So, on today's stream, we do have some very special guests and some surprises as well, and we will be introducing them as we go along on today's session. So I'm sure everyone's super excited. So let's get started with our first special guest, His Excellency Justin Sun, the founder of TRON and Prime Minister of Liberland. So, good day, Justin. Glad to have you on board. So welcome to our live stream.
Hi, Jack. So nice to meet you today.
Yeah. So similar to what has happened last year, you were also the special speaker to kick off our live stream at the Istanbul live stream. So glad to have you back again. This time around, very thank you for your time. We're going to run through some questions that we'll have, and we'll go through and have some of your opinions on these questions for our audiences today.
Yes, definitely. I think it's my great honor to participate the Binance Blockchain Week. I think since 2018 actually, and I'm glad to see Binance Blockchain Week had grow in the last like 5 years, and I think we will continue to see the success of Binance Blockchain Week, which has already been a very popular brand in the crypto industry.
Great. Thank you for the kind words, Justin. We are looking forward to future successes together as well. So going through some of the questions that we have prepared for the TRON team and to yourself directly today, let's start with our first question. There was a peak in TRON's network activity recently, prompting some discussions about raising the energy cap. What factors contributed to this sudden surge in activities, and how does TRON plan to adapt to potentially recurring spikes in demand without compromising on decentralization and security?
Yes, definitely. So first of all, Q3 has been a great month, a great quarter for TRON. So we have seen all the data hit all-time high in Q3. I think mainly for three reasons. First of all, we have seen a steady growth of the TRON network activity, of the stablecoin transaction and the daily new active users. So it has been tremendous of the user flow into the network because I think everyone in the crypto space and in the TradFi space are getting interest about TRON's stablecoin and the usage of blockchain technology. I think that's the first thing. Second thing, of course, I think is the TRON meme season. So we launched on the TRON network, which also bring a lot of attention from the crypto industry and started trading memes in the crypto space. And along with some pump, we launched meme coin creation, a fair launch of meme coin creation. The same time, we also launched Ape NFT, which is an NFT platform on TRON as well. So create lots of the developers to launch their NFT together with meme coin, which I believe is also one of the factor. And third, of course, is because we are continue to encourage developer to develop DeFi and other crypto application on top of the TRON ecosystem. So I think and of course, I think based on these network activities, we decided basically to do something to mitigate the network usage. So that's why TRON representative committee has passed the proposal basically to increase the energy cap to induce basically reduce the fee of the TRON network, basically give more people ways to access to the TRON network. And also at the same time, I believe decentralization is also very important. So for me, I think first of all, we need to guarantee that all the nodes is running around the globe without control by any single developers, which I also believe, introduce the reputable validators is also very important to the network. So in Q3, actually, we introduced Google Cloud to be one of the super representative TRON network. And in Q4, I think we will introduce also a few banks in Japan, licensed banks in Japan, to become the super representative in TRON network. And also, of course, I think in the past, we have introduced the ETF issuer WinNAC to be TRON super representative. So I think we will continue also, besides the community nodes, we will also try to attract billion dollars, multi-billion dollars public listed company and the financial institution, and also Web2 developers like Google to become our basically super representative, I think, to increase the decentralization of the TRON network.
Wow, Justin, between stablecoins, meme, NFTs, and DeFi, the sort of evolution and road that you have just described, you've essentially gave us quite an interesting insight to the roadmap that you guys are working on, as far as Q3 and Q4. So some very exciting stuff coming up here. So I think moving on to the second question. So based on what you've just shared in terms of updates, can you also share maybe from a technological upgrades perspective, from the roadmap perspective, from a feature and enhancement plan, what can we look forward to from TRON?
Yes, definitely. I think for Q4 is a very busy quarter. So first of all, I think our team is focusing on the gas-free transaction plan, which will be implemented, I think, later on TRON, Ethereum, and actually BSC, BNB chain as well. So basically, we want to introduce a way for, first of all, developers can pay for the gas fee for user to making transaction on blockchain network. And also, of course, I think we want to provide a way for users to pay the gas fee with stablecoin rather than, the network token. Basically, I think today, anyone, if they want to use stablecoin, the first thing they need to do is to get network token, right? Yes, it's very hard to use because lots of people they don't understand like what blockchain is and also what gas fee is. They only want to transact stablecoin on the blockchain network. So I think it's important we have a way for them to transact basically the token on demand, right? So, and also the second thing I think is very important is by other banks, financial institution, Web2 developers. If they want to integrate into a blockchain, they will have a way. They need to have a way for users to pay the gas fee for those users instead of letting the Web2 users to getting to the stablecoin on their own. So that's why I think providing a way for the developers to pay the gas fee is also very important. They can charge users otherwise, using other way, but I think it's very important to guarantee the gasless experience on the user end. So that's something we have been developed quite a long time. I think we will introduce it in Q4, and hopefully we can implement with all the major wallet provider in the industry to provide this as a way for the users in our industry. I think that's the first thing. And then the second thing, of course, we also paying a lot of attention and increase our activity on Bitcoin development. So as we all know, early this year, actually Bitcoin Layer 2 has become super popular in the industry because lots of people wants to use Bitcoin, and at the same time, they want to have the capability to interact with smart contract, and also they can still use Bitcoin as a collateral, or they can use Bitcoin to pay the gas fee. That's lots of Bitcoin community members that's what they want, right? They want to hold Bitcoin. At the same time, they want to use the Bitcoin as a way they can do whatever they want in the blockchain industry. So that's why I think TRON team is also collaborate, of course, with WBTC team on building a good Bitcoin Layer 2 solution. Actually, first of all, can make everybody still using Bitcoin. At the same time, they can enjoy like all the smart contract and the decentralization and the robustness of the network of Bitcoin itself. So I think that's like the dream for every Bitcoiner, and the Bitcoin ETF issuers. They also want to promote usage of Bitcoin. So that's why I think this is also a very important milestone we are working on. Hopefully, I think we can give some roadmap, I think, in Q4 and then Q1 next year. So we can see some progress. The initial idea is to bridge Bitcoin network with Ethereum network, TRON network together. So basically, not only people can still using the Bitcoin they hold, but at the same time they can interact with the stablecoin on TRON network, Ethereum network. So it's will provide like gasless experience. At the same time, people can hold whatever the token they want to hold.
Understood. That's a very solid sort of two plans that you've given some insights to our audience today. I'm conscious of time, Justin, so I'm going to go through another two questions.
Okay.
And the next one is actually a very important question, actually.
Yes.
And based on the recent announcements, when you say as TRON aims to empower people globally through blockchain technology, how do you envision the T3 Financial Crimes Unit role in not only combating illicit activities, and how to actually grow trust and adoption in your ecosystem, especially in a very big audience of people globally?
Yes, definitely. I think Binance is definitely one of the leaders in compliance and also combat illegal activities in the crypto industry. Actually, Binance is team, share with us lots of intel actually to how to prevent illicit activities on the blockchain. Because I think this is one of the biggest reasons lots of the Bitcoin haters or the people want to stop blockchain. They always has an excuse say like blockchain is or Bitcoin is easier to be used in illegal activities. And so that's like why one of the reasons regulators need to ban Bitcoin, ban crypto. But actually, we want to make an example to regulators and also all the law enforcement in the world. Actually, blockchain is better actually when adopted in the financial usage. Actually can prevent all the illicit activity from happening, because every single transaction happen on the blockchain will be fully transparent to everyone in the world, and those data will be get access to the law enforcement. It will be easier for them to chase all the illegal activities happen on all blockchain, right? So that's why I think TRON, TRM Labs, and the Tether actually collaborate together to form the I think first ever crime union in the industry. TRON is providing the finance and the data source, and TRM Labs is providing the data analysis and also the chasing services. And of course, Tether is one of the biggest stablecoin issuers in our industry, and they will freeze the assets and also help the law enforcement to get back those assets. So we also share a lot of data from other industry leaders such as Binance and other mainstream exchange in the world. So I think definitely this will be one of the good example to show people around the world actually the crypto industry providers and the developers is cares about the safety of our industry and will always be the pioneer to combat illicit activity.
Got it. I can definitely see where the name T3 comes from when you mentioned Tether, TRM, Labs, and TRON.
Yes.
Okay, Justin, we've only have time for one last question, and this is on everyone's mind based on the recent announcements, and this is around your appointment as the Prime Minister of Liberland. Okay, so as the Prime Minister of Liberland, how do you plan to integrate your vision as you laid out on social media of integrating libertarian values and blockchain technology into governance and daily operations? And of course, what policies you have in mind?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So I think one of the biggest reason for people to get interested in Liberland is because I think Liberland sets a very good example for everybody in the world. You know, they even though I think everybody has its own country, because most of the people actually get their citizenship by birth, right? So basically, wherever they born, they get a passport, right? And then they become the citizen. But Liberland, I think, is the first time in the world actually people get citizenship because of the ideology and because of the idea. Liberland wants to advocate the relationship between the citizen and the countries should be mutual benefits, right? So that's why Liberland don't impose like any tax or any regulation, you know, and also any way, you know, you have to do it, right? It's basically it's all voluntary. So that's why we also try to build a very important blockchain infrastructure for all the citizens, so people can in the future participate on the governance and express their opinions on the government on the blockchain, completely on the blockchain and fully transparent. And I believe this is also a very good way to set an example to traditional industry and other countries, other sovereignty countries in the world. That's why the president of Argentina, Milei, before he became the president of Argentina, so in a presidential debate, some people asking him, you know, because what he proposed to Argentina is to cut government expense, cut taxation, and also have a small government and basically encourage people do innovation on building activities. But basically the other people are questioning his idea and basically asking him, like, in the world, can you give us an example has a very small government, has no taxation, and people are still fine? And Milei actually using a Liberland as an example. He said, I'm from Liberland, actually, right? And in the Liberland, people don't need to pay tax and they are just fine, you know. So so I think one of the reasons this idea attracts Milei is because this kind of the small government ideology. So that's why I think besides, you know, taking Liberland as a country, I more like everybody take Liberland as an idea, right? So we want to advocate this kind of the small government, cutting government expense, and give citizens more freedom as one of the way can create prosperity for every country in the world. So so that's why I will see Liberland as a social experiment, and I'm happy if everyone can join us.
Great. So thank you very much for answering a
Thank
question
you.
that's on top of everyone's mind.
Yes.
So I think just like that, I think our time in our session, our first session here is up today. So thank you very much for joining us today, Justin.
Yes. Yes.
We hope to see you and your team around very soon. So
Yes.
once again, thank you very much, Justin.
Yes.